300 million years ago, there lived a group of plants near a pond. These plants were very dependent on the water they lived near to be able to live and reproduce. Some of these plants were too bored of the regions they lived in, and hence they became stronger and were capable of living away from water bodies. Their family called them gymnosperms. These individuals decided that they did not want to rely on water in order to reproduce. The story of two gymnosperms took place in one of the forests. When Aladin, who was a male gymnosperm, came to fight, heard about Jasmine, the female gymnosperm, came to fight. Aladin wanted to give a big and beautiful spherophite, which was her castle, similar to Jasmine's spherophite castle, since she was the princess. Near Aladin was a magic gymnosperm. Aladin knew that this magician was the key for him to reach Jasmine. Aladin once addressed the magician, saying, "Please help me reach Jasmine." The magician told Aladin that the only way to reach her was if he could be able to fly. Aladin spent the next days wishing he could be able to fly. One day, a very known magician called Adaption that lived in a nearby gymnosperm visited Aladin. The magician had overheard Aladin's wishes, and he told him that he was here to grant him whatever he wishes for. That is when Aladin said, "I want to be able to fly to reach Jasmine." The genie then gave Aladin, who was a pollen, the ability to migrate and pollinate not only nearby gymnosperms but also ones that were very far away. The magician, in fact, gave Aladin an idea. He let the wind drive through the region and told Aladin to make use of the wind in order to fly to wherever he wanted. He gave Aladin wings so he could make use of the wind that blew around, and those were now his own flying rug. The next day, Aladin went to Jasmine, who lived in her parents' spherophite. Now Aladin had to find a way to Jasmine's up huge and fancy spherophite, which held the tornet, which represents the cone inside where Jasmine resides. Jasmine stayed there within a round golden globe with surrounding layers of protection. When Aladin got to Jasmine's cone, tornet, he knew he had to give Jasmine the sperm one way or another. He remembered that he could ask the magician to give him a way to send the sperm to Jasmine. Aladin had a tiny creature, which is the pollen tube, that could climb down to Jasmine to transmit the sperm. The sperm was destined to reach Jasmine in order to have a child as a representation of their internal love. This baby would later be the most beautiful spherophite that Aladin and Jasmine has always wished for. Although their love was internal, Jasmine had to get eaten by her baby for the new spherophite baby to grow into a new, beautiful, and very fancy spherophite, which is now a castle. It's true that Aladin lost Jasmine, the love of his life, but they have produced a beautiful spherophite castle, the one Aladin always dreamed about.